What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're going to be jumping in with a bunch of Destiny 2 Forsaken news. So of course it's been a little bit of a quieter week with the first week of Solstice of Heroes, but as far as Forsaken stuff goes, this week it's all going to kick off again. So of course we've got Bungie's reveal stream, but in this video we're going to talk about redesigned menus and user interfaces on weapons. We're going to talk about a memorial to Cayde 6 that we'll find in the expansion, and some stuff to do with a potential new Vanguard, dissolving subclasses, and new competitions for the Forsaken expansion, various promotions that we're going to see over the next few weeks, progression and economy stuff, changes to weapon systems, mods, random rolls. So we've got plenty to talk about in this one. Before we get into the video, this one is sponsored by Massdrop, who kindly sent me the new AKG K7XX headphones to check out. So I've been using these for a few days for both gaming and a little bit of work stuff, and personally I've found them pretty awesome. These are a limited edition of the older K702s, which were highly regarded, but you still get the same audio quality with the new K7s. For gaming, these are pretty exceptional because they are professional reference grade headphones, which isn't true of most gaming specific headsets, but they're also great for music or movies as well, and for me, they've been really comfortable when gaming or working with them for hours on end. The audio and build quality of these things is pretty fantastic, and I'd recommend them to anyone looking for high-end, super comfortable new headphones. The K7XX is available for $200 at Massdrop, a saving of $300, and you'll even get a $10 coupon for the store. You can check out those details down below if you're interested. So now getting into the news stuff for today, I should mention that Bungie's Combat Reveal stream happens tomorrow on Tuesday, August 7th at 10 AM Pacific time. I'll keep you posted with various details here, but actually we get a bit of confirmation of a change. So Bungie say, catch a glimpse of the new user interface that you'll employ to choose your weapon and to modify it. So these are of course the menus inside of the game, and it looks like we're going to see a series of changes, especially on the weapons themselves, because we're going to have random rolls. There will be the new and updated mod system, and as Bungie say, there will be a new user interface to actually affect and modify all of that stuff. So the perk layout, the mod layout on weapons right now does look like it's going to change, and we will get a look at that inside of this big reveal. And this reveal will be sandbox heavy stuff about weapons, armor, modifications, and how that interacts in the game. So we'll keep you guys posted. Moving on though, Bungie are actually releasing a Cayde's Last Stand figure. We can see Cayde 6 right there holding the Ace of Spades, but the website says Cayde's Last Stand statue shows a fan favorite gunslinger facing off against his final enemy with his signature pistol, the Ace of Spades. But then we get a spoiler alert about something in game. They say this statue of Cayde 6 was designed to commemorate the fallen hero and has even been added into the Destiny 2 Forsaken universe. So essentially what they're saying is the statue that you can see right there actually is going to be in the game somewhere. And of course it seems most likely that if we were going to have a literal statue of Cayde, that it would be in one of the social spaces. So that is a confirmation that we're going to see a Cayde memorial. On the subject of the Vanguard and Cayde himself, somebody said, who is the new Hunter Vanguard in a Q&A with Game Informer, and Bungie said, play the game and find out. They also say the Vanguard is now different, but the way they say play the game and find out kind of suggests that there will indeed be a replacement for Cayde 6. There has been speculation in the community about who this could be, but as always I would be curious to hear your thoughts below. We did also get confirmation though, of course, there will be no more Cayde treasure maps in the game, and that kind of makes sense, but also in this particular Q&A, we did get confirmation that there will be strike-specific loot in heroic strikes, not just in nightfall strikes. Definitely good news. We'll be seeing more exotic missions, just like the Whisper of the Worm mission. So of course, not all of the Forsaken exotics will be random drops or specifically quests. They could be timed missions or secrets, much like Whisper of the Worm. And they also confirmed as well that non-Forsaken DLC owners will cap out at 400 power, which makes sense because that's the maximum right now. But this is going to put things in an interesting place because Iron Banner rewards are seasonal rewards, so they're not actually DLC specific. And so if you don't own Forsaken, you can still get Season 4 Iron Banner gear, but power level advantages are being brought back to the Iron Banner. And so I'm pretty sure a similar situation has happened in the past with Destiny. For example, if you don't own Forsaken, you'll be able to go into Iron Banner, you'll be able to get the rewards, but you'll be stuck at 400 power, and you'll be playing with people going all the way up to 600 power. And that's with those advantages is enabled. So that's pretty interesting. I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about that. Obviously it does incentivize folks to actually purchase DLCs and stuff. Something to mention that you can see in game right now is actually a new functionality in the UI where it says dissolve subclass. So you can actually hold X to dissolve subclasses. It doesn't currently work, but the button itself is actually there. No idea what this is going to be for, but this feature was added in one of the most recent updates. So I don't know whether there's going to be a way to somehow break a subclass down, maybe get upgrade points for other subclass trees by deleting a different subclass, or perhaps there's some other specific use for it. I'm not really sure. Definitely linked to Forsaken and the new subclass paths, though, if you ask me. I hadn't heard anyone mention it, so I thought I'd just shout it out to you guys. Now though, let's talk about promotions for the Forsaken expansion. So if you remember back to before D2 launched, there was a big Rockstar energy drink promo for Destiny 2, and that is going to be returning for the Forsaken expansion. So some folks, I believe in the US, have been spotting these already, but you can see these Forsaken cans of Rockstar Energy. This one in particular actually has the Machinist on, which is one of the Barons. But if you go to destiny2.rockstarenergy.com, you'll actually see this. You can start entering codes on the 3rd of September 2018, and it also says collect all 4 original designs featuring the iconic Vanguards, collect ring pull codes to win prizes, and earn game competition access. So it sounds like there's going to be an in-game competition of some sort. The can itself also says daily and weekly winners, you can win a Slingshot Roadster, but it is going to be behind some kind of in-game competition, so I'll keep you guys posted if there's anything cool behind that. We might have to wait a couple of weeks yet. But now let's get on to some technical DLC stuff. So somebody said, while the TWAB clarifies which vendors are getting revamped inventory and which are not, can we get some clarification on how we'll be able to get gear from Devrim, for example? Are the tokens we have now going to roll over into D2 Year 2? And DMG said the goal is to cover progression and economy in the next TWAB entry. Tokens is one of the bullets we're looking to hit. So they're going to try and get us information about what's going to happen with all this stuff later on this week on Thursday. In that particular update, Bungie spoke about which weapons are going to be retired from vendors. I made a video yesterday about this as well. So many weapons will no longer be obtainable from the vendors that they are right now, but some weapons will actually be upgraded to Year 2. So DMG clarified, only a select few will be updated to include Year 2 random rolls and the capacity to accept Year 2 weapon mods, but your Year 1 weapons can be infused up to Year 2 power levels. However, they won't accept Year 2 mods nor receive the random rolls retroactively. And somebody said, so this means our Year 1 Better Devils that's masterworked can't be upgraded to a Year 2 with random rolls, for instance, and DMG confirmed yep. And so what this essentially means is that the Better Devils, for example, if it comes back in Year 2 with random rolls and mods, that is going to be a different Better Devils, you know, it's going to be a completely separate instance. It will be the Year 2 version, just like what we saw in Destiny 1, you know, they brought the Lord High Fixer back, for example, some point in Year 2. It was an updated version, it had some new perks that have been added to the game and all of that kind of stuff, but it wasn't an upgrade of the original, it was a separate weapon dropped separately inside of Year 2. So I imagine that's basically going to be the same thing here. Very excited to see what we might get back though, also with the ability for random rolls, so you know, some god roll Better Devils of different variants could be pretty awesome. I did mention this the other day, but Bungie had actually showed the clip of the Better Devils 3-tapping inside of PvP. There was lots of speculation that the Titan had actually taken splash damage from the nearby rocket, which is a completely valid argument. DMG did confirm it's not the case though, and the Titan was indeed 3-tapped, so he hadn't been hit by that splash damage. DMG also confirmed that the team is looking to tune how often vendors speak when you walk by them. You'll still hear about Fenchurch, but not as often, especially when you're retrieving items from the Postmaster. And this was in relation to a comment about Tess Everest always on about Fenchurch. Apparently Bungie want to adjust some of the kind of vendor dialogue. Now some stuff is actually going to become unavailable during the week before the Forsaken expansion drops. So DMG clarified only your collections will be unavailable between the 28th of August and the 4th of September. You will not be able to access your exotic or emblem collections for that week. Your vault and all items stored within it will be accessible, and is essentially going to reword the This Week at Bungie entry because a lot of folks thought that the vault itself would become inaccessible. So it's just going to be collection stuff as Bungie prep for the launch of Forsaken. Anyone who wants pinnacle competitive PvP weapons might be curious to know that Kevin Yanis from Bungie said, I personally think it's really cool that we've created a super rare aspirational pursuit for players. With that in mind, we believe the path to Fabled is too long. Changes will not be coming this season, but we will be acting accordingly to deliver on this goal in the future. So they're actually going to be adjusting how difficult this stuff is going to be to obtain in the future. Obviously, they don't want to make it complete giveaway really easy to get, but in line with the other challenges and pursuits in the game. Personally, I agree that there should be more kind of top-end rewards that don't necessarily take as long as get into Fabled or something in PvP. Either way, Bungie are looking to drop down the requirements just a touch with future similar pursuits, especially for Crucible. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. A couple of final things to round up though. Chris Smith on Twitter actually sent me an interesting image right here. Inside of the special social space for Solstice of Heroes where Ikora is, in this particular instance, he actually loaded into the space and you can see that the Traveler is not damaged. So it's an undamaged Traveler that you can see in the sky. Pretty interesting stuff. Does that potentially hint to the Traveler being fixed or healed somehow in the future? I guess maybe that's possible. It could be that this bug is calling on a different asset for some reason, something that was used a long time ago and shouldn't necessarily be there now. I'm not a game designer, so I can only really speculate, but I have seen other similar things in the past. My pal Razor actually sent me an image right here in the unknown space for Trials of the Nine, where for some reason, Saturn and the Dreadnought just decided to show up in this particular instance. Again, no idea why these bugs are happening, or whether it links to alternative content or something. Really random, bizarre stuff, but I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about these two images, a fixed Traveler and Saturn appearing in the unknown space. Pretty interesting. Let me know what you think. But guys, that is going to summarize the video for now. There's been plenty to talk about in this one, so if you have enjoyed it, a like is very much appreciated. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of this stuff as well. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. And you can do that by hitting the bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll never miss out on any content. If you liked the sound of that AKG Mass Drop promo, don't forget to check that out. It is linked down below. Definitely recommend that you look into them if you want some higher end headphones. For now though guys, I appreciate you tuning in, and whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome day.